Hello, this is Unit 6, pages 16 to 17 of Learn As You Play Flute. This deals with keys and key signatures, slurs and Italian terms. Key signatures are the little sharps and flats at the beginning of a piece placed between the clef and the time signature. They simply tell you that every time you encounter that particular pitch in whichever register you're in, that note is to be played either sharp or flat. In this unit, it's B flat. The next thing we encounter are slurs. Slurs simply mean that one tongues a note, in this case A, sustains it for G, and then plays a G without tonguing the G. This little marking is a slur. It's very similar to a tie, but it joins two different notes. The next thing, Italian terms. In this case, andante. Andante means walking pace. Okay. Exercise 1 has a B flat in the key signature, which means that we're effectively in F major, and we employ slurring as well. In this case, it's the A to the G slur again, which is the first slur we come up against. We tongue the A, but we don't tongue the following G. Then we have a bar's rest. And then there's slurs subsequently through the piece. I play it for you. Okay, the piece is marked MP. MP is an abbreviation for mezzo piano, which means moderately soft. The next exercise, exercise 2, has slurring in full bars, in threes, over 3 crotchets. In the second bar from A to G to A, so we only tongue the opening A, not the other notes. In bar 4, the notes are G, A and B flat with a slur across the top. We tongue the G, but not the others, and so on through the piece. Let me play it for you. Okay, exercise 3. There are 4/4 bars in this piece, so everything is in 4 counts to a bar. In the second bar, we tongue the first minim A. We tongue the crotchet C which follows, but there's a slur to an A, so we don't tongue the A. And it's a similar kind of setup for the rest of it. So minim tongued, 2 crotchets, first crotchet slurred but not the second. Okay. Okay. The first piece in this unit is on page 17. It's called Cantilena, which means a song. It's marked andante, a walking pace. It has crescendo and diminuendo signs. Crescendo which means get louder. Diminuendo, which means get softer. Again, the slurring is in threes. We tongue the first crotchet, but not the subsequent two crotchets in the bar. Okay. It's in F major with a B flat. Okay. The next section's on tone development. We're going to listen very carefully when we play this. We're going to play long minims. In the first instance, a C slurred to a B flat, and a B flat slurred to an A. We're going to aim the air down into the flute. We're going to listen very hard to the sound we make. And we're going to play everything quite loudly. We're going to aim for a good clear tone. This tone exercise has B flats. So every time you come to B, play it flat. Here we go. You may like to play that several times. You'll find if you practice it every day, that sound will improve. It'll become clearer, tone will become louder, and you can continue to do that really throughout the time you play the flute. The next 3 bars are to do with 2 crotchets followed by a minim. C, B flat, A to begin with. B flat, A, G. So 2 crotchets and then a minim. And they're all slurred. So we only tongue the first note. Here we go. Then we're going to play effectively 5 notes, 4 crotchets, finishing on a low F. So a scale downwards from C to F, including a B flat. Listen very hard when you play this. Don't play it too fast. If you play it slowly, it'll give you time to listen to the sound. Okay. The final piece in the unit is a duet by Dmitry Bortniansky, and it's 3 lines long. Well, 2-line systems long. It has a repeat halfway through the piece, which means you repeat the first 8 bars. It's in F major, which means B flats consistently through. And there's quite a lot of slurring as well. So I'm going to play the pupils part to begin with, the lower of the line of the system. Here we go. It's marked MP during the first half, then MF during the second half. MF is an abbreviation for mezzo forte, which means moderately loudly. And over the last 4 lines, there's also a marking which says dim. That is short for diminuendo. So it means you're going to get softer towards the end of the piece. Here we go. I'm now going to play the teacher's part, the top part. So you may like to play the lower part along with this. I won't play it too fast. About 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, I hope that's been helpful. Just be careful of this slurring. It's quite a complex thing to begin with. Breathing. Try and breathe at the end of bars, or if possible, at the end of every 2 bars. And then, of course, you have a phrasing beginning to develop. So we're not just concentrating on individual notes and hoping we're going to get those right, but we're now beginning to put the basic building blocks, the single pitches, into longer phrases, like sentences. Usually a musical sentence is made up of 2 phrases. And you can hear that with duo. And to some extent, you can also hear it with cantilena as well. Okay. Bye.